Chapter 5. Ghost Town Shadows. The foothills of the Sangre de Cristos rose around Jack like the broken teeth of some ancient animal. He had been climbing steadily for a day and a half since leaving the Cimarron, following the broad trail left by Voss's party when the ground allowed and cutting across country when it did not. The air grew thinner. The cedar gave way to pinon and then to scattered stands of ponderosa that whispered in the afternoon wind. Red's breathing came harder, but the horse kept the pace without complaint. Late on the second afternoon, the trail led him into a high meadow ringed by dark timber. At the far end of the meadow, half hidden by a fold of the land, stood the bones of a mining camp. Jack reined up in the shadow of a tall pine and studied the place through his telescope. Silverado. The name was still visible on a weathered board that hung crooked above what had once been the main street. Most of the buildings had collapsed into themselves. Roofs gone, walls leaning, windows empty as the eyes of the dead boy on the riverbank. A few structures still stood, a long adobe with a porch, a smaller frame house with a stone chimney, and what looked like a tool shed missing half its siding. One thin column of smoke rose from the adobe's chimney and drifted sideways in the breeze. Someone still lived here. Jack rode in slow, hands visible on the saddle horn, the way a man approaches a place that might shoot first and ask questions never. The street was quiet, except for the soft creak of the hanging sign and the distant hammering of a woodpecker. He stopped in front of the adobe. The door opened before he could call out. A woman stepped onto the porch. She was tall, somewhere in her middle 40s, with dark hair pulled back in a practical knot that was going silver at the temples. Her face had the kind of strong bones that time could not soften. She held a double-barreled shotgun in the crook of one arm, the muzzles angled downward but ready. Her eyes were clear and hard, and not the least bit surprised. "You're a long way from the settlements," she said. Her voice was low, steady, the voice of someone who had learned not to waste words. "Looking for a man," Jack answered. He kept his hands where she could see them. "Name of Viper Voss." Something flickered across her face, anger, memory, or both.